Sat with Renegade Culture, we back again.
Yeah.
It's been a long week. It's Kalonji Changa, and I'm alongside Kamau Franklin. Oh, that's not Kamau.
Damn sure ain't Kamau.
Ladies and gentlemen, who the fuck is Kamau?
Where is Kamau?
That dude is somewhere on the milk carton.
He's on the milk carton. Kamau's in the milk carton and shit. If y'all see Kamau, I need y'all to go to renegadeculture.org. Hit that button and say, look, we spotted Kamau, because nigga missing. But tonight, we had to get low, we had to go all the way to Chicago, and we came back. We said, now who can match Kamau? We need somebody that's no good, diabolical, ain't about shit. So I said, who could I think of? And I said, ladies and gentlemen, Richard Shabazz is in the building. Oh my God, what's up, brother?
Your brother from another mother. What's going on, family?
Mother.
Everything.
Weed. Okay, nah, ain't you. Anyway.
Not this time.
Yes.
Not at this moment, rather.
Yes, not today.
Not at this moment.
How you doing, man?
I'm good, brother. How about yourself?
Man, I'm alive on arrival. We're in the building. We got the producer in the building, Mr.
The ear doctor.
What's good? Ear doctor's in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, having a good time tonight. Let's get it.
We have a good time tonight?
Yeah.
Ear doctor trying to rush it because we double booked and shit.
Hey.
You know he owed me $5. You know how long this brother been owing me $5?
Man, owe you $5?
Man, for how long?
For
how long?
How long?
$5, bro.
Oh, a lot of people.
Yeah, you ain't get a motherfucking bad goddamn headache from some stress that you're gonna tell you about. Anyway, we also got...
He offered me water this time around, though. At least got water.
No label.
Yeah, well, you know.
Shout out to
I think he got it right out the bathroom. I don't even think he went to the store and got it.
Last week we
ain't got no labels on it. You know how you drink water and you tell the label off? My label already off. So you already know he drank water out of this already.
Made straight out the toilet.
Straight out the toilet.
The toilets of Metropolitan Loft.
Yeah.
Anyway, last week we had alkaline water. This week we have you don't mind water. So don't even trip. We got it. So anyway, alongside the ear doctor, we have my man, the main man on the joint today. We got my man Jai is in the building.
Jai's in the building.
Jai,
he flexing on him, yo.
Jai definitely flexed. Jai threw his arms up and shit. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna make me fuck around and go do like 3 push-ups.
You know what I'm saying?
On break. Saying, I ain't trying to outshine the guard.
Right.
Also, speaking of the guard, we got the sinister minister in the building.
Yeah.
He gonna be doing his portion of the joint. What's the name of Minister Service joint?
The name of Minister Service joint is Hella Hip Hop Stories.
Okay, Hella Hip Hop Stories.
Because he got hella hip hop stories.
He got hella stories too. Hella hip hop stories. He do.
We don't know what the fuck he gonna be talking about tonight. Now, last time it was kind of a cross between Naka nonsense and Hella Hip Hop Stories. We're gonna see who win this time. But anyway, it's a lot going on this week. Everybody's talking about the debates and shit.
Yeah. Definitely the debates.
You know what I mean? Talking about these two rotten ass crackers. Talking about the bullshit they talking about.
The lesser of two evils.
No, you shut up.
It looked like Bozo and Cookie fighting.
Yeah, basically.
Nah, man, it looked like the Three Stooges. I thought the commentator was gonna turn into Mo and get up and just like slap Trump, poke Biden in the eye, and just, you know what I'm saying?
I wait for him to get up and go, woo,
somebody.
Shit like that.
Yeah. It was a clown show, though. Definitely a clown show.
Yes. So both of them bitches, I know some of y'all nervous because of some of the shit that Trump said. We ain't gonna talk about that bullshit right now. A lot of shit going on.
Yeah.
We got your boy with the BML, Black
BML.
Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
This nigga said BML. What the fuck is BML? BMF and BLM mix, motherfucker? The fuck you goddamn gangster activists. Anyway, you talking about the yellow fella.
Sir Major.
Sir Major.
Yeah.
Yes, this motherfucker. Yeah. Yo, so we gonna be talking about Sir Major. Punk ass. I mean, they said he got the state for like $200,000.
Yeah.
At least he thought he got it for $200,000.
He did.
Damn, Sir Major. I mean, he's going around punking people in Atlanta and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, just starting shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas getting punked, man. I'm just talking about just run up on niggas talking crazy and shit.
But it's been about 3 years since we really got on to him and kind of put people like onto the fact of what he was doing. And
listen.
It was longer than 3 years ago.
And
for people to still be getting got and just getting to the point where they just starting to expose everything he was doing, when he came out from the first beginning, at the first rally we saw him at, and put him on blast, like, how people didn't know then.
You know the ill thing about
it. Hey, before we get into all that, we also going to be talking about Breonna's case still going on, and we also have some artists coming to perform, and we have a Zoom.
We have a special guest on the Zoom. We got my man Rod Starz from Rebel Diaz. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And you know, we gonna see if he can spit some bars, and we're gonna talk politics.
Word.
And we're gonna be back at you in a few goddamn minutes, because Renegade Culture, and this is what the fuck you get. You get that sucker-free news, politics, and social commentary when you fuck with us. So let's get it.
Let's get it.
Let's go.
Car the chick go against the grain like smoking on a train. I'ma play G, I like Jane. Rugged terrain, honey be blicking. Damage your stats like you bulls without pippin'. Stay dipping on your back like Kipling. Sip it, tequila roses, narcotics flipping. Chicks here ready to blaze, smoking purple haze. It's back to the old days. What? How we do it? This is how I do it. Running like fluid. Check it out. One time, yeah.
What's happening, Renegade Culture's back at you. You know what I mean? We're in the building.
Yeah.
I got a special guest host today, man. Co-host.
The
in
best
the building.
co-host.
Yo, cat came through with a fisherman hat.
Hey,
That's what it is.
That's
You
how
know
we
what I
do
mean?
it.
I ran into Kalonji last night going fishing, and he recruited me to come here to do this show with him today.
Hey,
Wow.
that's
He
good.
said to me, he said, you know what, why don't you just come hang out? I was like, cool. Then he called me and said, you know what, I need you to give me a ride. Make sure you're at my house at this time, that time, and I have to come pick him up and bring him here. And then that's how I got to host the show. So that's how I got to be his co-host.
Okay,
Look at that.
nigga high. But anyway, check it. Anyway,
Not yet.
Listen to Renegade Culture's Richard Shabazz right here.
Yeah.
And his version of the story is kind of tainted like a cross between Trump and what's the other motherfucker name? The other old bastard?
Biden.
Biden. Yeah,
Biden.
I forgot his name and shit. I be trying to get them out of my damn psyche because, you know,
Yeah.
people running around losing their goddamn mind. Anyway, we got a special guest in the
Yeah.
house tonight, all the way from the motherfucking Bronx.
Boogie down.
From the BX.
What up?
By way of Chile, Chicago somewhere in there. You know what I mean? We got my man Rod Starz
Yeah,
from Rebel
I'm from
Diaz.
Chicago. That's my hometown.
Chicago, your hometown?
I've been in the Bronx for 16 years already, so you already know.
Been in the Bronx 16 years. Okay, well,
Yes,
last two
sir.
times I saw you was in the Bronx.
Yeah, and I've been in the X for 16, but
Okay.
I went to, you know how it is, bro. I went to high school, grammar school in Chicago, so that's like my foundation, you feel me? But I've been in the X for a long time, G, so it's like
Already
they
know.
both my home at this point.
Already know. For those that are not familiar, Rebel Diaz is a revolutionary hip-hop group, and not only a revolutionary hip-hop group, they're community, I'm not even gonna say community activists, I'm gonna say freedom fighters. You know what I mean? Because everybody, that term is not, it's reserved for a few people. You know what I'm saying? The activist and the freedom fighter might not necessarily be the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of folks get it fucked up and they think because of the fact that they marching in the streets or they yelling or they talking about Black Lives Matter or hands up, don't shoot, that we all in the same gang, and it really ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like the difference between you banging on the internet and you being out there in the real world. So Rebel Diaz is one of my favorite hip hop groups, period. You know what I mean? We've been on the road together from Chicago to New York to Atlanta to, where's Mike Brown at? Ferguson. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't seen you in a while. I'm trying to think if Ferguson was the last place I saw you.
Probably.
But
I know I ran into you in Harlem at one of the marches. You know, as a matter of fact, I was with you in Atlanta. I feel like you said, man. I done seen you all over, so I don't know the last time, but
no doubt, because that's what we do. We want to talk politics, man. So I'm like, let me get at somebody who know what the fuck they talking about. You know what I mean? Right now, a lot of folks talk about this whole debate thing, man. And we see that, you know, our people get caught up in the whole sidetracking of the slave. And everybody's trying to figure out whether they're going to vote for Diablo or Satan.
It's a little same time.
And it's same shit, different toilet. You know what I mean? So I want to know what's your take right now on this 2020 election.
Well, I think that we're living a historic time of oppression. You know what I'm saying? And the response to that needs to be historic, you know what I'm saying, times of resistance. Now, what does that resistance look like? You know what I'm saying? For some folks, we've gone so far to the right, you know what I mean, in politics as far as the two-party system, that you got the motherfucking Democrats being called socialists. Like the shit is a circus. You know what I mean? And so we have to be clear that if we consider ourselves to be freedom fighters, that we vote every day but with our actions. That's what I always tell people. Like, I vote every day by organizing my block and building with my community. This is an every 4-year circus where, like you said, the Democrats and Republicans are two wings of the same bird. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, we have to be clear that we have an openly, and that's the thing, you have to choose whether you want an open and proud white supremacist or a closet white supremacist. Because at the end of the day, both parties serve, you know, the interests of capital, the interests of imperialism, and they are not in the interest of the people. You know what I mean? And so it's a tough moment in which, at the same time, you know, I'm clear that this shit is a circus. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people that's putting their energy towards voting Trump out of office. You know what I'm saying? But around these ways, shit been the same under Trump, under Obama, under motherfucking Bush Jr., Sr., you know what I mean? The Clintons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it ain't no different. It ain't been no different.
So let me ask you this, right? You know, this year, it's been wild because of the fact we're around a lot of the same folks. We're around a lot of the same organizers. We're around a lot of the same communities, right? Have you been disappointed with the response from some of these quote unquote organizers who are supposed to be politically educated?
I think that the term that you used is key. You know what I mean? We have a lot of people that are spokespeople for movements that don't exist. They are self-appointed public figures, and it's funny because the social media piece is quick. You know what I mean? To have folks have a platform. Right. You know what I mean? Which is why social media and organizing online is dangerous, because it's smoke and mirrors. It's not based on real life organizing. And so I'm clear that, you know, a lot of the activists and the nonprofit industrial complex organizers, you see them. I mean, I don't even have to name them. They out themselves. You know what I mean? Some of them was working for Bernie, working for Elizabeth Warren, and whatever, working for whatever candidate is going to help them make a living the way they do. Folks, you know what I mean, make a living off of this. This is, they chase ambulances, how I like to call it. You know, I'm going to be in Louisville because of Breonna Taylor. I'm going to go to Minnesota because of George Floyd. Right. I'll be real, as a result of seeing that, you know, I want to be clear, we organizers, but I consider myself to be a cultural worker. I organize my community through culture. But I'm not gonna lie to you and say I've been on the front lines, because I've taken a step back because of the farce that a lot of these so-called movements have become. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it is fluff. A lot of it is, you know, it's disappointing, and it's a bit of a disillusion. And the scary part, and the reason that I've been a little bit more vocal as of late, is that if we don't speak up, there's a lot of young folks that are easily influenced, you know what I'm saying, by these wishy-washy politics. That at the end of the day, we have to be clear. The reason for a lot of that's going on is that we historically are more and more removed from actual struggles of Black liberation and indigenous liberation struggles, in which we still have political prisoners to this day because folks put their lives on the line for their belief system. You know what I mean? We're lying to ourselves if we say that that's where we're at politically today. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of rhetoric, there's a lot of visually, you know, the aesthetic of it may be there. We may have, you know, folks that look like, you know, like almost the same way you have Comic-Con. You have like, you know, folks that dress up like Captain America and fucking the superheroes, and you see them Snoopy. And visually they may represent it. Right. But what's the substance? What's the organizing? What's the organization behind the imagery? And that's why I think we're failing, you know what I'm saying? And that there isn't head-on organizing with the hood. There's a disconnect. There's a disconnect from the hood and these so-called movements. You know what I mean? You see a lot of symbolism, murals painted, streets being painted, and Black Lives Matter slogans on NBA courts and stuff like that. And so what I think is important is to put it in context. Why is it that in the conversation, defund the police became kind of a mainstream conversation? Why is it that Black Lives Matter all of a sudden is a mainstream accepted statement? You know what I mean? Because let's be clear, it's not Black Liberation Matters. It's a simple, plea for acceptance. Our lives matter. Black lives matter. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, yeah.
And so I feel that we have to be clear and look further, is that capitalism, the economic system that runs this whole shit, is in crisis. You know what I mean? And capitalism is gonna do whatever it needs to do to keep making profit. And if that means adjusting, it's wild. I don't know what week it was, a little bit after the George Floyd, but in unison, Apple, Nike, Google, Amazon, fucking, you know what I mean? Whatever, insert corporation here, in line, the NFL, the NBA, they all came out with Black Lives Matter. It was all, bro, my son, even on the Xbox, the motherfucking NBA 2K players wearing Black Lives Matter shirts in the little avatars and shit.
Crazy.
And that's capitalism adjusting.
No doubt.
Capitalism adjusting to keep making profit. And if symbolically they have to say that, they're gonna do that. But that doesn't mean that they're ready to give up the means of production. That doesn't mean that they're ready to have a mass shift of finances into Black, brown, and indigenous communities. That's not gonna happen. So we can scream defund the police all we want, but as long as there's a key point, as long as there's wealth, there's gonna be a need for police to protect that wealth.
No doubt.
You know,
we gonna hold your thoughts. We're gonna come back after this quick break. The producer's on the side, he waving it down like a plane coming and shit, like yo, we gotta go to this capitalist commercial. I'm fucking with you. Anyway, we gonna drop a couple jewels. We gonna come right back at you with Rod Starz from Rebel Diaz. We talking about capitalism. We talking about imperialism. We talking about Zionism. We talking about fucking defund the police. We talking about Black Lives Not Mattering. And we talking about a whole bunch of good shit that y'all gonna want to come back and check out. Renegade Culture. We got Richard Shabazz on the side. Richard Shabazz look like he about to start a collection plate with that hat he got. We'll be right back at you.
I'm trying to figure out what's left to say after this. I'm gonna say everything. I'm like, how you say all that so fast? I didn't even know you was that intelligent.
Hey, freedom fighters.
Renegade
We'll
Culture.
be right back at you.
Yo.
I'll leave your brain stuck, giving hoes a flame. They call me nasty, but I'm not with the strange stuff. When I'm drunk, I stagger, writing lyrics with a dagger. Next stabber, catch a wreck, better than a tech would have him. Left struck, now who's next up? I murder, send me to San Quentin, and I'm lynching niggas, word up. I sing, cause I hang, still is the same thing. No matter the cell block, Nas will be named king.
Side of Renegade Culture, we back at you. Kalonji Changa alongside
Richard Shabazz.
Richard Shabazz. He's happy to be here. Shit.
I'm so happy to be here, man. It's taken me so long to get here, I'm telling you.
You here, man.
I had to save up so much money just to be able to pay Kalonji to be on this show, and I'm just so excited.
It's okay, man. We taking it in increments. Don't trip.
Hey, what size is that hat you got on, man? I like that bucket hat.
It's the same size as them Timbs that you got on there. I'm gonna be taking from you when I leave the spot tonight. That's what size. You notice they match, right? You notice they match, right?
We need to get those on camera.
I asked him, I said, what size are those? I'm on his size. I said, no, they my size, bro.
Okay.
See you after the show.
Trying to make the man run his shoes.
Come on, that's how it is. That's how it is.
Ear doctor got some Timberlands on, similar to Timberlands.
Right.
Check it. Them motherfuckers ain't Timberlands.
Yeah, I don't support Timberland.
That's cool.
That's what's up.
You support Sears though.
Hey.
Okay, so
Them still my size, though. I'm just saying.
anyway, we live and direct, Renegade Culture. We got Rod Starz in the building from Rebel Diaz. If you all never listened to Rebel Diaz, then you're doing yourself a motherfucking disservice.
True.
Rebel Diaz is ancestry is coming out of Chile, and Chile is a very important revolutionary area that needs to be on the tongue of the mouths of the freedom fighters, because there's a lot going on internationally. Unfortunately, many of us here in the States, like I mentioned last week, Africans in America, they get caught up in what's going on in their face. We can't have tunnel vision. When you're dealing with revolution, you gotta deal with this shit on an international scale. You know what I'm saying? Revolution is a protracted struggle. It's not it's not a march, it's not a rally, it's not an event, it's global. You know what I mean? So definitely find out what's going on in Chile. Rod Starz, what's happening, man? You know, it's a lot going on. Folks are losing their mind talking about voting this shit, man. You know, the Welfare Poets had a song out some years ago. We didn't vote to get into this shit, so we won't vote to get out. You know what I mean? And that's kind of the rallying cry for many of us. Our producer asked, should we be organizing folks to vote? I think that earlier you talked about how we should be voting every day, meaning we should be making these changes amongst ourselves in the community and making that change, like Michael Jackson said, starting with the man in the mirror and shit, and not fucking around waiting for some old ass crackers to give us the same shit they've been giving us for the last several centuries. Anyway, the scare shit is going on. What do we say to the brothers and sisters on the block that's worried about whether Trump gonna be in office or not? That's worried about whether they gonna be raped or fondled unnecessarily. You know what I mean? The two choices they have. Either way, you're gonna be molested. You know what I mean? So what's your take on it? Like, what do we say to the masses right now?
You know, it's crazy because I'm not a citizen and I can't vote. You know what I'm saying? I'm a resident. I've never been able to come up.
You said you're not a citizen? You said you're not a citizen?
No, it's fucked up. I'm a British citizen.
Hey, white folks in America ain't citizens either, but go ahead.
My parents was refugees after Chile. You know what I'm saying? There was a dictatorship in Chile, the first 9/11, September 11, 1973, when there was a CIA-funded military, dictatorship that overthrew the socialist government of Allende. So my parents was part of the revolutionary leftist movement. My dad was a political prisoner for a couple of years, and I was born in England as a result. I was kind of a result of the reunion of my parents, my mother who had fled the country, and my father who was let out after doing a couple of years in jail. So I've never really organized around voting because I don't believe in a two-party system. But I put it to you like this. I think that the shit is so serious this year that I ain't about to spend my energy going against people. If you want to vote, you know what I mean, because you feel like fascism, whatever. But I feel like whoever the fuck wins, we need to be organizing. And I when we build in the Bronx, we always say, you can't just oppose, you got propose. You know what I'm saying? And so if our proposals are only coming around every 4 years, we're doing a failure to our community. You know what I'm saying? And so the shit is so serious now, you know what I mean, that I think that, folks are failing if they're not talking about the reality of this two-party system. Like, we have no other option. Sadly, when people are talking about, we pushing people to vote, you clearly pushing people to vote for the Democratic Party. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of folks are like, just vote. You doing, promoting for the Democratic Party that's historically shown you. They've historically shown you that poor people, marginalized communities, our interests are not their interests. You know what I'm saying? And so,
Party to Klan.
Yeah, and so I think that I would be down to have conversations about voting if we were to break up this two-party system, if there was like a real, party that represented the people. But we're not gonna have that. They're not gonna allow that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
as somebody from the outside, though, on the outside of voting, do you see like some strategies that you feel that Black people like here in America can use some of those strategies with the voting process, with being somebody who has never voted and don't vote? Do you see any strategy to it at all from the outside?
It's crazy, but I think that I'm in a space, where I've been more on some like this is a force that we dealing with, right? And I feel like for years it's been the practice, kind of like the imagery of you butting your head against the wall. You know what I'm saying? You ain't changing nothing. And at certain points, I feel like you gotta go, all right, let's not go down this path. Let's bust it left. You know what I'm saying? And so what does that look like? How do you, I've been on how do we steal hours away from capitalism every day? Even because the real shit is, we can have the revolutionary rhetoric all we want, but if we can't help people feed themselves, and we can't help people survive under capitalist system, all we doing is throwing out rhetoric. So what are alternatives to survive within this system and to me, I'm almost at a point where it's like living outside of the system. Do we know how to farm? Do we have martial arts? Do we have weapons to defend our communities? Do we have land? Do we, you know what I'm saying? Like real life questions that I feel like I would rather put my energy towards that than hitting my head against this wall, whether we vote it or not.
So
regardless of who wins. And so I feel like we need to start creating alternatives. You know what I'm saying? I believe that, for example, when we had the Rebel Diaz Arts Collective, it was an abandoned candy factory that we took over in 2008. We had it from 2008 to 2013. It lasted 5 years. A 5-year occupation of a building in the South Bronx, which was an autonomous hip-hop community center. Now, at that moment, I'll keep it 100, we were younger, perhaps a little bit more irresponsible. A lot of the organizing that was happening was organic, but the energy around that, I feel, is a victorious, you know what I'm saying, route to take, in the sense that, like, we got to start getting out, squatting up, you know what I'm saying, get your crew and start building pockets of resistance within this motherfucker, because whether we like it or not, I really believe this system is gonna fall, B. There ain't been no investing in infrastructure. They ain't built no new highways. They ain't been building no new train systems. Like, capitalism right now is in such a crisis that we have to understand that this is a crumbling empire. You know what I mean? And a lot of our demands as a movement are outdated. They 30 years late.
Right.
You know
Do you see anything organic coming out of the whole youth movement when you seeing the youth out there today? Just like how you said organic things came from us when we were younger, 10, 20 years ago, when we were out there on the street doing it. Do you see anything organic coming from the youth today?
I absolutely do. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, for example, like something real simple, and I'm not trying to give a vague answer, but I feel like it's telling. So I was doing some research, you know, what's the music that the young folks are playing out there? Real talk, they're not playing Public Enemy. They're not playing Rebel Diaz. They're not playing Dead Prez. You know, some are playing it, but they out there, you know, turning up. Like in Brooklyn, they protesting the Pop Smoke. You know what I'm saying? And in Minneapolis, when the 3rd precinct was burnt down, there's footage of young folks jumping up and down to Chief Keef Finito, a song that got nothing to do with it. But you know what speaks to them is that energy, that rage that they feeling. And what I think that the left hasn't figured out yet, the left, whatever movements, is that these uprisings that have been going on, you know what I'm saying, everybody's the ops, because everybody's failed the young people. You know what I'm saying? And we got to assume that and take that L, you know what I'm saying, for what it is. And so what does it mean is that, yeah, we wouldn't be having conversations nationally if it wasn't for folks turning up in Minneapolis or in Louisville or in different cities. We wouldn't be having these conversations. So that rebellious energy is still there. What's not there to back it up is class consciousness, political education that's gone on to have a reason almost. The reason that these young folks is rebelling is because there's rage, there's sadness, there's fear. You mix all them emotions up and you're gonna get an explosive result. You know what I'm saying? Right. But what hasn't been behind that is a structure and a plan. You know what I'm saying? And so I firmly believe in horizontal leadership, but I also believe that there needs to be some type of structure. The idea of just leaderless movements are gonna, at some points, you're gonna be going in circles because you're gonna keep reacting. Our people are gonna keep getting killed, and we're gonna just keep reacting. So I think that, the energy is important, that we acknowledge the energy and that we acknowledge what it is. But I think it's also important that we start saying, all right, now that we got this energy, what are we gonna do with it? You know what I'm saying? And so that's the task I feel that we facing, you know what I mean, in the streets.
No doubt. Like you said, basically, definitely the empire is crumbling. You know what I mean? It's at a crisis. It's nervous. You know what I mean? It's stuttering. It's jumping. It's fucking jumping out shoes and socks. You know what I mean? It don't know what to do. And it's like creative resistance is the key to it. You have to, one of the important things you said is you have to move with the time. I think that you got so many different formations trying to remix the 60s. You got so many formations trying to be Malcolm. They want to be the new this, they want to be the new that. But they don't, if you study revolution, you realize that this shit is a cyclic type motion. You know what I mean? It's gonna continue. It's gonna continue to move in the same type of momentum, the same type of flavor, but it changes with the time. You're not expecting the youth to be listening to Public Enemy like they're not expecting us to listen to Junior Walker and the All Stars talking about Shotgun. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to move and maneuver with time. We appreciate you coming on. We're gonna definitely have to get you back on here. We need some contacts for you, and I would love if you could spit a couple bars for us real quick.
Y'all hear that?
Yeah.
All right.
Just give us a verse of that heat.
I got you right now, look.
You got it.
The sample again. Y'all, look. Hey, yo, I love you like the moment that I met you. You's a rider. Zapatista mask covered up way before the virus. Yeah. Lucharemos hasta el fin. You ain't a hoe, girl. You Ho Chi Minh. Fist up with a whole lot of ganga. Nadie nos salva, so we organize la cuadra. You like no leader mixed up with a side off on the hip, screaming free Sundiata. Remember when we met protesting for Sean Bell? Yeah, we both ended up in jail. I knew then we could start something real. Next thing you telling me to come over like it's stale. Heaven and hell, I guess we blessed with the breath of Eric Garner. But ain't nobody rocking harder. Organize your block, defend your familia. Ain't no love, I feel stronger. Que ta alegre rebeldía. You know what I mean? And so this a little verse with love is a metaphor when what we love is the struggle.
No doubt.
That's what we living now.
No doubt.
And we struggle because we love our people. And so a little something new.
Without question, man. Keep banging. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see you out there. You know what we do. You know how we do. Wherever we at. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be there. We gonna win in spite of ourselves. It's always, man. Let me tell you something, man. It is refreshing every chance I get to build with you because of the fact that I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that we gonna win. Period. I don't know what the fuck nobody else talking about. I don't give a fuck who gonna be the president. I don't give a fuck what czar gonna be in control of the Western Empire. All this shit gonna crumble, and we gonna dance on their motherfucking graves. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
That's what the fuck it's about right there.
That's why I fuck with you, my G. Renegade Culture all day.
You know what it is, man. We got this, baby. We got it.
Yes.
All right,
Rebel Diaz. Be safe, God. Catch you in a minute.
Bless
For
up.
sure, man.
Salute. Be right back at you, Renegade Culture. We'll have those contacts under the piece when you see it. Rebel Diaz. Give us a website real quick.
RebelDiaz.com. Or just follow us on social media at Rebel Diaz all together.
There you go. Salute, God.
All right, one.
For sure.
All right, one.
Break it down, yes, rhyming, climbing to the top, heaven be shining. And ever thirds, I'm better than most. Of course, I'm the boss. Heavy D's your host, now watch me as I grow. On the microphone, I am a natural professional inquiring. Why you are desiring the overweight lover I'm flying. Whack MC, I'll agree. I am the overweight lover, Heavy D.
What's happening, Renegade Culture?
Renegade Culture.
We
in
back
here.
again. It's Kalonji Changa.
Richard Shabazz.
Richard Zulu Shabazz. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, Kalonji Changa.
Man, start stuttering.
That's because I'm nervous about them Proud Boys. I'm real nervous. That's
You
why I'm
worried about the
stuttering.
Proud Boys?
I'm worried, man. I'm scared.
Well, don't be nervous
Yeah,
anymore, brother.
you know.
We got you here at Renegade Culture.
That's
who you
why I
sitting in
came.
for? Who you sitting in for? Have you ever watched the show, sir? What's going on?
I never did.
Okay.
No, I have. On a regular basis, weekly.
Anyway, you sitting there for Kamau K. Franklin.
Yeah, right.
I ain't gonna do him like that. You know what I'm saying? He done forgot about it. Like, who the fuck's the guy I'm sitting
Kamau?
in for?
Oh, that guy, yeah.
Kalumba. Yeah,
No,
that guy.
Kamau's an attorney. We never forget attorneys, so I remember him
all right.
all
Yo,
the time.
Throw my man government out there.
I'm
Think
just
y'all.
saying.
He
I'm
don't
just
do
saying.
too good at that, but he's a good host.
You know.
Anyway,
Don't do
we
good at
also
that
have
either.
The brother over here with the green hats.
The ear
Man,
doctors
matching
in the
today.
building, you know.
Yeah, doctor.
Ear doctors in the
Sometimes.
building. Okay.
It ain't fun to match all the time.
Okay, all right, I got you. Lemon shades are still in the building. We got my man Jai on set.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we talking about the Proud Boys. You said you was nervous about the Proud Boys. We know that
Stand down, stand back. What do you tell them? Stand down.
Down and stand
Trump
by.
the Chump. He said stand down, stand back,
down,
and stand
man.
by.
Stand back and stand by.
A lot of folks was nervous about that shit.
Yeah. And you know what? I really don't think black folks need to be worried because I think we're about to see in November like the greatest case of white on white crime. It's going to be like a NIFA against the Proud Boys, and they're just going to go at it. And all black folks need to do is just sit back and just let the dinosaurs do what they do.
Popcorn.
That's Antifa, not Anifa. You talking
Hey,
about
hey.
Anifa, the sister from the East End.
Oh.
And they thought he thought Monifa's sister.
Monifa's No,
the profile back
I was
in the
talking
day.
about Latifah.
Oh, Latifah, okay.
Monifa cousin.
Yeah, well, Latifah probably got a better chance than black folks in America to go up against the problem.
I'm more scared of Latifah. Let's put it that way.
Okay, that's good.
That's what's
good.
up.
Yeah, so a lot of folks talking about this whole Proud Boy shit, and I'm gonna just say to y'all, man, prepare yourself. You know what
Seriously.
I mean? Get in shape. You know what I mean? Learn the martial arts. Many of us are in these states where the gun laws are great. You know what I mean? If you live in the state of Georgia, you don't need a license to go or permit to go buy a firearm. You know what I mean? They have what's called a castle doctrine, where you can have a firearm in your car, your home, or your place of business. That's one of the things that the bitch named Sonny Perdue put into effect a few years ago. That's one of the things that he did that was good. So, make sure you get a firearm. If you can't get a firearm, because in fact, I don't want you to just be going out there as a felon or whatever, setting yourself up. Get a fucking bow, take your ass to the damn Home Depot, get an axe, a hatchet, a hammer, a fucking tool belt. You better get something, because these white folks ain't playing. And it's a lot of Negroes that's running around with them that's confused. I saw your boy, I saw a video of what's the dude name from Infact, what's his name?
Oh, Grandmaster.
Yeah,
Grandmaster D.
Grandmaster Smelly Smell. So I see this dude at one of Trump's rallies in the background doing security.
Doing security.
Doing security, standing up. I was confused. I'm like, huh? The fake DJ. I don't know. I don't give a fuck when it happened. I don't care if it happened in the 30s. You know what I'm saying? I see him on that shit. I see him on the All Lives Matter shit. And now he Mr. Nigga. He's goddamn Khaled Abdul Muhammad Ali or something. You know what I'm saying? Popping all this shit. And that sounds good in theory, but shit like that, it get us fucked up. Right now, we get so caught up in looking good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The rap group Lil Brother came up with a song, hip hop group Lil Brother. One of their verses, they said, do you really want to win or do you want to look good losing? Black folks in America, we've been looking good losing for quite a while. Now these white boys, they're gonna pull your motherfucking card, because I see them running through these crowds, fucking up some of these goofy cats from Black Lives Matter and all these other craps. And it's like, you have to have your shit in order or we're gonna be slaughtered. That's just the reality of things.
Yo, speaking of goofy people from Black Lives Matter.
Goofy people from Black Lives Matter. Who might you be talking
Can we talk about your
could
boy,
you be talking
Sir
about?
Major?
Sir Major?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, many of you know Sir Major.
Clown from the door.
They call the man a clown. The man said he's a
He's the king of
Damn.
Black Lives Matter, man.
King of, to respect Black Lives Matter, I can't believe I'm saying that.
All right. I was about to say, is that like oxymoron?
I think his shit was called the Greater Black Lives Matter of Greater Atlanta.
Greater of Atlanta.
And it wasn't sanctioned by these other Black Lives Matter folks in Atlanta. I know some of them that was going back and forth with him. This dude's been known for years, bullying sisters. You know what I'm saying? It was one particular sister that he's bullying downtown. What's the chick name? I'm not even gonna call her name since I called her chick. But I'm saying that because I'm only saying it because I'd rather call her something else because of the fact that she said something goofy about the gods. So I don't want to say her name on the joint. You know what I mean? And then I had to call her out of her goddamn name. So I ain't gonna do that. But anyway, I heard he was like bullying folks and just being a straight jackass. Then he ends up on Killer Mike's Netflix special. What was the name of that joint? Trigger Warning.
Trigger Warning, yeah.
Yeah. I was glad I wasn't on Trigger Warning because I probably would have smacked the shit out of him on that. But anyway, this cat has been harassing folks. I said he was the police out the gate. The thing I loved about him is every time he see me, he always turned his head. I respect that about him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I would on purpose, I would grill him, hoping he would say the wrong thing so I could give him the 5 fingers, but that never happened, and I didn't want to get the charge of punching the police in the face. But anyway, dude just gets busted for fraud.
Yeah.
He's collecting dough, $200,000. Yeah. Nigga bought a house in Ohio.
Say word. He doing it
buying
big.
guns and shit.
Buying houses, guns, cars, the whole deal. Clothes, wardrobe.
There's white people shit that you take it, right? Just because some black folks might have donated some money, these white folks is clocking your shit. You know what I mean? So the FBI, the government. You said he got $400,000 since George Floyd? Wow. So I mean, what was he collecting for?
That's been the question. What is he collecting for? Right. The houses, the
He's
cars.
collecting for
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah.
That motherfucker moved up like Weezy them. I mean, he told me he moved his ass to Ohio, bought a house in Ohio.
Yeah.
Where they do that at?
But you got to ask yourself, who's giving him the money? Because legitimate organizations can't get money at the level and at the speed that he's gotten money. So to me, it's like some money laundering is going on to where somebody else has to go down. We look really just at the surface of things.
Okay.
But when you really follow the trail of money, and I think if we were able to follow that money, we'll see he got some other people working with him.
Okay.
Some other people getting in on that money too. You don't start getting into the six-figure mode. Don't nobody even, a radar or nothing don't go up until you start buying cars and all that. That's when they point out the nigga shit you doing.
Right.
But when you was doing the respectable corporate shit and you was in alignment with those people who was working with you,
Right.
then everything was good.
But
You understand what I'm saying? But you start exposing everybody when you start doing nigga shit, buying cars, clothes, and houses, getting on Instagram
Richard
with your
sound like
ladies.
Nino Brown.
I'm just saying, you know.
Remember Nino Brown was in court?
Right?
That pretty nigga from the Bronx, from uptown.
It's the
I don't know if that's
It's that
proper.
light-skinned dude, man.
Yeah, we'll call
It's
it
always
that.
the light-skinned dude.
Anyway.
I'm paper bag brown, so we
Light-skin
ain't got to worry
privilege.
about it. Yeah.
The man said he had light skin privilege, and that's why he's able to get that loot.
Yo,
It's fucked up.
can we get one what the fucking
I thought that was a what the fuck.
that definitely is a what the fuck.
What the
serious
The what the
what the
fuck
fuck.
segment part 2 is we gotta talk
two.
about this cop. This cop that's over here raising funds. The one that shot Breonna Taylor
Shot Breonna
is
Taylor.
raising funds
white.
for his retirement.
Yeah.
Okay, which one was that? I'm forgetting. I forget which one of these bastards it was. But I heard his wife was raising money for.
It's the
make
one
sure
that got
he
arrested, I
retired.
believe, right? It's the one that got arrested that they're raising the money for.
Yeah,
the
I don't
one
even want to
that-
look his name up right
Yeah.
now.
He's
Fuck
looking
him.
at like doing 3 to
All the
5
pigs
years
look
only.
the same.
Yeah. He wants to retire and everything, and his wife wanted to raise some money for him. Man, I like to donate, some funds towards him if he decided to jump off a fucking building or something.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Or fucking run off a fucking cliff or something. I'd donate some funds to that. But otherwise, you know what I'm saying?
But
Fuck
let me ask you this question, though.
wife.
Let me ask you this question, though. Were people concerned about this brother, Sergio, whatever his damn name, Sergeant, whoever, whatever his name. Yeah, that dude. While
Yeah,
people
call him
worried
Sergio.
about him and his money, nobody is questioning the money that's being raised for, like, the cop that killed Mike Brown, the rest of these cops. Like, who's monitoring the money that they're getting? You understand what I'm saying? Like, who's monitoring that money and saying anything? And not to say that this brother is not doing something wrong,
Right.
but there's a lot of money laundering and a lot of things going on that nobody is talking about. Yeah. And I think, to me, this is just the tip of the iceberg to expose some things. Like, okay, the brother is raising money. He's doing one thing crooked. What about the rest of these folks that's raising all this money? Is anybody paying taxes?
Yeah.
Anybody doing anything on it, or anybody monitoring it?
Since you my brother, I'm gonna reserve this for you. Since you my brother, we happen to be in a place called the United States of America.
That place.
And
Okay.
it don't, when you white, it's all right. And then when you black, what they say?
You better give back.
Fuck back. So anyway,
Even if you're an albino?
niggas can't do what crackers do.
Even if you're an albino.
I don't give a fuck what you is. He got a little bit of melanin, whatever the fuck he got.
That 1%, I guess, is strong. That's what they say, one drop.
I saw
I
the
guess that one
motherfucker.
drop caught his ass. huh?
They had him on the internet, man. I saw the picture of the motherfucker almost made me feel sorry for me. Like he's crying, looking like fucking Michael Jackson back in the day. Ben, when you they about to give it to your little yellow
Yeah.
ass nigga.
Yeah.
'Cause you been out of goddamn
Yeah.
order. So fuck Sir Major,
Fed
fuck
crime.
the cops that's taking the money as well. But
Right.
the thing is, this is my take on this, right? Black folks that rip black folks off, I'm harder on them than crackers that rip us off, because crackers have a tradition. That's their job to fucking torture, murder, brutalize us. Now, when you black and you claiming that you for us, and you get your monkey ass up there and you robbing the people, folks like him, folks like Umar Johnson, crackhead ass, and what's the other goofy motherfucker that everybody like to run to when he posted some shit?
Ben Crump or-
No, not Crump the Chump. The other what's the motherfucker name that Kamau loves? Sean King.
Oh, Sean King.
Yeah,
Sean
you get all these
King.
motherfuckers that's robbing the community.
Yeah, Sean King.
This motherfucker sending out information about someone being murdered and trying to promote his book in the same goddamn thing. You know what I mean? Listen, man, there has to be accountability.
Albinos running shit these days, ain't they? Shit. Damn.
Yeah. Hey, the views and opinions of our guests may not necessarily be mine. Now, I know I said some shit in the beginning.
This is a script. Kalonji wrote all this shit. I'm just saying what he told me to say.
Hey,
I'm co-hosting.
I didn't know he was gonna be on the show.
I'm just co-hosting, man.
Hey, yo, we got a special thing that happened with one of our viewers that watched Playback TV, and they wrote
watch
something.
Playback TV. Do they watch Renegade Culture?
They watch Renegade Culture on
No shit.
Playback TV.
Okay, that's like saying one of our people that watch HBO. The nigga, she don't watch HBO. She watch motherfucking Lovecraft. Anyway, go ahead, proceed. Say what you said. I'm sorry.
So basically, we brought her in because she left a comment under the comment section. Yeah.
What did the comment say?
The comment said, "Y'all show was awesome."
The comment said, "Y'all," and she won because she said, "Our show was
Yeah,
awesome."
we just picked somebody.
Okay.
we just picked
Kamau
somebody.
paid her to say that. Kamau, that's why he ain't here tonight.
I don't
He paid
know
her to say that.
The ear
Kamau
doctor might have
paid
paid
her.
her. I seen a whole lot of comments. She said, "Y'all show is awesome." Okay, shit. That's
Hey, so if y'all keep putting comments underneath, we'll pick you, and y'all can come in and be a part of the live studio audience.
okay. A live studio audience.
And
This is Naka now.
and you
Check
could
the
get
comments.
the bold question. You get to answer the bold question.
They
So
get to answer the bold question.
so right now she is here.
Did she know she was gonna come answer the bold question?
Nope.
Okay. She probably wouldn't have came.
Nah, she knew she was coming.
Okay.
She knew she was coming for the bold question. So this is what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Could you pull out the bold question and read it to her?
Richard Shabazz?
Yes, Richard Shabazz.
The only one who
please.
can read over here. Quit playing, man. We're doing the bold question
Hold on,
over
hold
here.
on. Check out how you putting the bold question from over here. Those ain't the bold questions in the bowl, brother.
He doesn't watch the show. See, I watch the show.
See, you know what I'm saying? He up here hosting.
I told him I watch the show every now and then. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what he said? What he said to me? Y'all doing the show live now?
I did say that too, didn't I?
Anyway, Richard Shabazz, he picking up all the questions, all the blue ones. The white ones. The man told him the white ones.
It's only one question up in here. That's all it is. Okay.
He still want to check the other ones to make sure.
I just wanted to check the other ones. That's all it was. But it's only one question.
Thank you.
Here.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't say you couldn't count. I said you couldn't read.
Even
man.
the
You
sister
good.
who won.
Can we read the question?
Please.
What makes you stay down south in Atlanta?
That's a good question. I'm a northerner. I'm from Jersey originally.
I said, hold
That's
on,
right.
wait,
That's
pause,
right.
pause,
What's up,
pause.
Jersey? That's right.
Where you from?
Jersey. I'm
See,
from Jersey.
this is how you know it's a setup.
Mr. Server paid her to be here. Get out of here with this.
Naka paid her.
This whole thing. Oh, Naka paid her. That's
I'm from
what it
Jersey.
is.
So I think what keeps me in Atlanta, besides the weather being very good, it's the energetics of Atlanta. There's something about the black people who live here. There's something very powerful about that. And there's always something very powerful about the earth that's here, the color of the earth, the quality of the earth, the greenery that's here. So that, I think, keeps me here. I miss the ocean, I miss the water, but the earth and all the green is part of a very healing element that does something very good for Atlanta and for the South. And my people are from the South. My
All right.
father's lineage is from here.
And what part of Jersey you from?
Jersey City is nothing else but Jersey City.
Whoa,
Nothing
whoa.
else but Jersey City.
Trenton and AC in the building too. Now stop playing.
Nothing else but Jersey City.
It's huge,
right.
too.
It's
Like
Jersey
4
City.
blocks.
Don't even try.
A word.
Huge.
Where you from?
Huge.
Anyway,
Inglewood? Where you from? Or something?
Chicago.
Chicago. Oh.
Southside, Inglewood.
Okay.
You already know. With an E, not an I. That's where we from.
ladies and gentlemen,
That's how we get down. That's who I am.
ladies
Richard
and gentlemen,
Shabazz. You know what I'm saying?
clearly Richard
Oh, my
Shabazz
bad.
is new to being the host. He's arguing with the
I argue with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
With the supporter of the show.
Chi-town,
of
for real.
Renegade Culture.
No,
He
no.
gonna run the supporters off. Thank you. Thank you for your support, sis.
I appreciate
We
that.
appreciate you.
I appreciate
Keep up the
you,
good
sir.
work. And when you leave, please take Richard Zulu Shabazz with you.
Thank you.
You guys are awesome. Yeah.
Anyway, he hated to you guys are awesome.
That's what she said.
Okay. Anyway,
Yo, so real quick, let's go ahead and let them know that we about to take this break and we about to bring out a dope artist that's gonna come on and let us know what's going on.
should we let them know that, or did you just do that?
Yeah, I pretty much did.
Anyway, you listen to Renegade Culture, where the ear doctor can tell me what to let y'all know, even after
While
y'all
you're
already know.
listening.
Exactly. So, we'll be right the fuck back at you in a few ticks. We practice the social distance when we get up on here. You know what I mean? Because that's what the fuck we do.
Yeah.
Okay? Renegade Culture. Fuck the police
Aight.
and the president.
My young Obama in the flesh, I'm with the homeland needs. But been Latin when I'm jotting, plotting wars overseas. An asshole going to the hole and let it Rashid. Wallace in my wallet, got a bank roll of G's, ease up. And the day, I'm hot at night, I freeze up. All these jewels on my neck, I like this white tee up. I never fret, just change gears, a young Kobe in the clutch. But my Bentley's automatic like this chopper copper one look. Don't reach for it, this time we're shooting back. I rebel for Shine Bill when you pull over my lap. If it's 16 bars, this all I'm gon' give them. But they'll never play it, I'm too hard for the system.
What's happening, Renegade Culture in the building?
Yeah.
It's been a packed show.
Pack show.
We got my man, Richard Shabazz in the building.
Why you gotta say my name so fast, man?
I'm sorry.
It's Richard Zulu Shabazz.
Nigga said his name is Richard. Richard
Zulu Shabazz.
I'm gonna see if I get it right. Richard. His nigga name. My co-host's name is Richard.
Zulu Shabazz.
But don't call him what white folks call it for short. Anyway.
Unless you call me Mister. Anyway.
Glad to have you on as co-host tonight.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Glad to be here, brother.
Glad you're here as
Yes.
well. How you doing over there, brother?
I'm doing good, man. I'm ready to hear some more heat. We have some dope artists on early. We got
Okay.
another dope artist. We're gonna find out about what they talking about.
Do I get to drop some bars later myself too? Do I get? I wrote some shit.
The bars inside your sneakers, Adidas. Anyway,
I wrote some shit. I came here with some shit. I want to.
We got.
I'm gonna debut my album on this month.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay.
I
He
can't.
got his new album called Bucket List. Start with his hat.
Yo,
anyway,
he look like the dude from Jurassic 5, for real.
who? For Jurassic 5?
Jurassic 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
John Kill.
No, I don't know.
Shout out to Akil. You know what I'm saying?
What it is?
Akil.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Y'all just
we
love
have
this hat.
a
Swear to
special
God.
guest. This cat keep cutting me off and shit every time I say some shit. He's like you. Y'all might be related.
No.
Anyway, any goddamn way, we have a special guest artist in the building tonight. From Panama to the BX to
College Park.
They say he went from the Bronx to College Park. That's a hell of a jump, man.
16s, baby. Triple threat 16.
Okay, triple threat 16. He looked like he hiding in the light bill, y'all.
I actually didn't bring something from College Park for the rest of us.
I
Yeah.
already read it.
That's
Yeah,
right.
man.
My man, he in the building. Give it up. My man Oslo Panama's in the building.
All right.
All right.
Peace.
Peace, man.
The people, good.
Hey, man, we good, man. Good to see you in the building, man. Welcome to Renegade Culture.
Hey, thanks for having me, my brother.
Hey, man. There's a rumor on the streets, man, that you got bars that you got more bars than Rikers Island, man. Is that true?
Man, yeah, we got them bars. That's the motto right there. Got to have them bars.
Gotta have them
Good
bars.
analogies and metaphors and all them type of good things.
Now, you say bars, you ain't talking about like bars like Magic City. You talking about bars like
Oh no, those
Okay,
lyrical bars.
Okay.
Those, you know,
Lyrical
them
bars.
lyrical
All right.
statues.
okay.
Yeah.
How long you been rhyming, man? How long you been
Oh
in
man, I wrote my first rhyme at 9 years old, man. So
9?
I've been rhyming some years. I just put it at
Okay, he
that.
said some years.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
okay.
definitely seasoned, well seasoned.
No
well
doubt.
seasoned.
We're ready to hear a little what you got, man.
Oh man, sun, a moon, a star, you know who we are. We traveling far like a message in a jar. Quasar, Milky Way, Big Bang Theory. You hear me? Science, math in me. Positivity and negativity is balanced like a pyramid gypsy. Strive for utopia like ancient Ethiopia. Minute Maid, Tropicana, Fruitopia. Hearing me, I'm hoping ya. Cause of King of Kings know the theme. Cause you're the world full of theories and man-made things. Rather is Allah Christ or Jadu you're worshiping, could better believe is the higher power working in. Do you for you, whatever's working, man. For me, O to the Z, I'm more than 28 G's. Nigga, you can't weigh me. I've been doing this shit too long for free. Now it's time to get on swole digitally. College Park, CP, Panameño, Salsero, Rapero, hip-hop hero, coming to say today. Oh, I got a lot to say. Cause these niggas out here a bunch of play. Nigga, what the fuck you telling me? Hip-hop run in my vein. I never been a lame, ain't no shame. I grab the microphone, I bust with good fucking aim. All in the target. I don't shop at Target. I keep a fly guy.
All right. There you go, Panama.
Okay. Got some bars up in there. Got some bars up in there.
Something like that, something like that.
Okay,
right.
okay. Man, say on shop at Target, nigga. So
Stop
keep
stop
your
playing.
motherfucking coupons for yourself. When Oslo Panama's in the building.
Hey, yo, appreciate you coming through and spending that
Oh,
heat.
man, I appreciate that little.
Damn.
little
How can
flow
folks
right
get
there,
in touch with you,
Thank
man? Not at Target.
I ain't hear you.
How can folks get at you?
Oh man, get at me, Oslo Panama on Instagram, Oslo Panama on Twitter, Oslo Panama on Facebook. That's OZLO Panama, Panama. Ya tu sabes, Panameño, Salcedo, College Park, NYC, all in one. Doing it for fun, and eventually the fun's gonna come.
All right, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, my brother Fat Joe caught some of this fly guy hip hop salsa, you know, and he put me on this. I'm thankful that he put me on this mixtape, Don Talk Volume 1. You know, he got 3 volumes. I'm the first volume. You know what I mean? We got like 50,000 plays now. You know what I mean? It just came out like a week or 2 ago. You know what I mean? We doing our thing, man. Thankful to Fat Joe, and we about to work together. You know what I mean? It's already, you know what I mean, already in stone. So be looking out for some good hip hop salsa from the Bronx with some College Park slang, South Side, Gabby Road, Old National.
All that, the SWATs.
You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Bronx,
hey, yo.
Avenues, all of that shit.
Before
I
we
swear to God, it's going to be something new.
Dope. Before we get up out of here, we got to let, Richard Shabazz, our guest host, could you please let us know what's going on real quick before we get out of here in your contacts?
You can always give me at Richard Shabazz on Instagram, Facebook. You can give me a Richard Zulu Shabazz. Always you can, if you do at Richard Shabazz, to do any Googling at all, it'll come up with a lot of the projects that I've done, from the short films to the docu-films.
What's the latest film you got coming out?
The latest docu-film that I did, Volume 1, was on the protest that the youth have done, basically all over the summer here in Atlanta. So I covered that, did a first version of that. We put out some of the information just to let people see how different things are with the youth today than it was in the 60s, because they definitely have something different to say. It's called Let Us Express Ourselves. You can find it on my YouTube channel at Richard Shabazz. Again, it's called Let Us Express Ourselves. Volume 2 is actually coming out with Brother Kamau in it. That's why he's not here today, because we have some no, not really.
Okay,
but Kamau is in the Volume 2, him and Brother Marcus Coleman, who was here not too long ago, and who actually
you didn't get the God
got
on.
the law passed.
See what we do?
Actually,
He started off rocking with me.
Hold on. I'm glad the God said that, because I actually was invited to come out to the rally that I had ran into Kamau and Marcus Coleman at by the God, who never showed up, by the way. Never showed up at the rally. But that's how I wind up there shooting that second piece.
Okay.
We also have in there.
Shots fired.
We also have in there our brother Mawali Davis.
Try to keep going without me saying shit.
You know he got a bunch of shit to say.
Well,
but anyway, I'm gonna finish getting my sign on.
We gotta get out of here.
Shit. You know what I'm saying? So we got also my brother Mawali Davis in there covering some of the rallies that they did as well here in Atlanta. So it's just the Volume 2. That part will be coming out in the next month. To Volume 1. Again, it's called Let Us Express Ourselves with Our Youth. And one of the differences that I'll say with our youth is they got a different strategy. Back in the day, we just wanted to have nonviolence. The youth today is saying we need everything. We need people to be nonviolent, and we need people to kick that shit off. They want both, because they feel like everything at this point is needed. So that's what the film basically is based on. It's not any one-on-one interviews or anything like that. It's a live shot version of them at these rallies. Again, Let Us Express Ourselves at my YouTube channel. Richard Zulu Shabazz, The Real Activist. You can always find me there too by Googling The Real Activist or going to our IG page, The Real Activist, to see all the films and photography.
Right.
That
Definitely check out Richard Zulu Shabazz. You know what I'm saying? He's one of my favorite photojournalists. He's been rocking together for well over a decade.
Well over a decade.
He has a whole lot of
embarrassing pictures of Kalonji that time.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Whole lot of good shit.
Whole lot of good
definitely
shit.
Check out his joint. Just one correction I want to say. You said back in the day we wanted to be nonviolent. Back in the day, a lot of people in civil rights wanted to be nonviolent.
Yes, that is a correction.
Some folks didn't give a fuck. They wanted to dig in these motherfuckers' chests. So we run.
The Deacons for Defense were also some folks that didn't want to be just nonviolent. Yeah. And that's a part of the civil rights movement that never gets talked about as well. So
no doubt.
All right.
Appreciate you coming through, Richard.
Most definitely, brother. It was really fun to actually relax, you know, and not be so serious with politics, which I've been the last couple of weeks. So I appreciate coming on the show.
Follow us, Renegade Culture Podcast on Instagram. Follow Playback TV on YouTube, where you can check out the videos. For the audio, I know some of you listening via audio. You can check us out SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple, Google Play, and wherever you like it. Fuck with your favorite podcast. Shout out to all our good folks from the SIP. They in the building, you know what I mean? And we're going to be back at you next motherfucking week like we left something.
All right.
Renegade Culture.
All
Fuck
day.
the police.
Peace.